What's up everyone, this is Ryan here. Today I'm going to do a talking video of the Stihl RCA 20 hand push washer. I really hope some point it won't get used this year for 2025 exactly, which I mean it did get used last month, you can see, because I'm hoping some point it won't get used this month. I really hope so, you can see, because I hope some point it won't get used this year for 2025 exactly, which this is a pretty nice looking pressure washer in my opinion. I do like to see a lot because you see how much it's better than exactly, so I do hope some point it won't get used this year for 2025 exactly, which I also you can see how much it's better this year, but I'm hoping some point it won't get used this year for 2025 exactly, which it's a pretty nice looking pressure washer in my opinion, but you can see how much of it is better this thing, which I really hope some point it won't get used this year for 2025 exactly, which I promise that this thing will get used this year for 2025 exactly, which I do like this thing one, because when I expected this thing being used almost quite a bit, because it actually looks pretty nice looking in my opinion, but you can see how much it's better this thing, which I know since I hope at some point this thing will get used this year for 2025 exactly, which I promise you this thing will get used this year. I hope at some point this thing will, either this weekend or next weekend, I don't know exactly, but I hope at some point this thing will get used this year for 2025 exactly, which it actually looks pretty nice expected this machine exactly, because because as you can see this thing's actually getting used almost like quite a bit, because you can see how much it expected this thing exactly, which it's definitely how much it expected this machine exactly, which I know since the fact this thing's gonna get used almost like quite a bit, because I mean you think about how much this thing could get used almost like quite a bit, because I really hope some point this thing will get used this year for 2025 exactly. But this is a pretty nice looking machine in my opinion. This looks very nice.